developed in my undergrad was definitely time management, particularly my last year, bringing in an internship on top of my work schedule, my running schedule, definitely taught me how to manage my schedule and be a lot more organised with my time and how efficient I was. Research skills I developed thoroughly through the years, particularly peaking in my last year, my internship. We completed a lot of literature reviews for our supervising dietitian. As well, key knowledge that we learned was definitely food sustainability and food insecurity and the states of those areas in Australia and globally, and how fundamental those issues are for modern dietitians. I think that information we learnt was immeasurable, and it's definitely a passion area of mine too. My internship at Geelong Football Club exposed me to the world of elite performance dietetics and how important effective communication skills are, particularly in an area that has such tight time constraints. It also helped develop my research assistant skills. Running experiments through the club and collating data are definitely now a few of my strong points, and I think they would be good skills to bring over into dietetics. In my time, I worked as a after-school care assistant across primary schools and high schools across Victoria. I definitely got exposed to all different types of personalities, different ways of life, and the way that different people and cultures interact with each other, and I think that experience was immeasurable, made me a far more empathetic and compassionate person. Definitely the initial segment of my internship was very unfamiliar. I'd never been a part of an elite sporting environment, particularly at the size of Geelong. I found that initially I was quite overwhelmed and quite shy and nervous going into that environment, but I found as the internship rolled on that I actually thrived under the pressure and became very resilient and very efficient with my communication and with my work ethic. I didn't think initially that I would develop the communication skills that I ended up developing. I think that really taught me a lot, that I'm more capable than I initially thought I was going to be. I would love to go into, firstly would be sports dietetics, particularly focusing on GI distress and the gut microbiome in endurance athlete. That's a really interesting area that I'd love to explore. And secondly would be the public health sector, working particularly in food insecurity or in making the food system more sustainable. I think being part of changing the trajectory of just how unstable the food system is at the moment would be really fulfilling and very interesting to work on. Skills and qualifications to either go down the path and work in a research lab looking at or go on and do my PhD looking at GI distress within endurance athletes. I think that would be a really interesting area, or in private practice. And secondly, work in the public health sector, whether that be with the government, with an organisation, or with a non-for-profit. Areas of interest particularly are in Indigenous health, looking at initiatives such as Close the Gap, or there were programs such as Yearning for Breastfeeding and Rethink Sugary Soft Drinks that definitely interests areas of mine. I would love to help contribute as a dietitian in that capacity.